What's up, everybody? Peacock here again, and today casting a game with Dyrus, because I haven't casted one for him for a while. I'm going to go ahead and bet against him though on blue team. The betting is currently 1-0 in my favor. And we'll go ahead and start this game looking at Dyrus top lane. Looks like he's having some trouble against this top lane Nunu currently. Top lane Nunu actually is very strong. With the recent buffs to him, he only needs 5 auto attacks on minions to get a free spellcast. So free Ice Ball every 5 auto attacks is pretty decent. So there's another free one. He does get an Ignite off for some reason. And we actually do see Hecarim coming in for a gank as well. Dyrus is going to try to gank through the bush. An ult comes off from Hecarim, which he should have saved for the flash right there, but it doesn't matter. Dyrus will not get away. And Chubet will actually pick up the kill. I'm sure that's Chubert. Bottom lane we see Corki and Janna versus Vayne and Soraka. Right now we see Corki going aggressive. He's going to easily net that kill on Vayne. Corki does have a lot of early game dominance over Vayne. Vayne's more of a hard late game carry. Corki's pretty good all the game long. We do see Diana going aggressive in middle lane. Let's go back a little bit and see how that went down. Zyra actually a very high win rate top pick champion right now in ranked games, in low elo as well as high. We see Diana actually landing that Q there, able to get the reset on her ultimate. She finishes her off with that last Q. Great control by Han Shishin to kill Zyra there. Zyra, yeah, is a very high win rate champion right now, but Diana apparently coming out in a big way in this mid lane, doing very well. Hecarim's going to go ahead and take that advantage while his mid lane's dead. He's just going to farm up, push it a little bit, and then go back to jungling. Probably wants to stay mid lane a little bit, but he doesn't want to get jumped on by this Diana. Diana does so much damage. If you guys haven't seen my first impressions of her, you'll see I went off the first ever game I played with her. And she's just really strong. We'll see her starting to head bottom to try to gank for her team down here. She's probably going to try to turret dive, to be honest. You see her walking through wards of her own team, as well as Hecarim finally catching her out. She does land the Moonlight on him, but she is going to get caught out by Vayne as well as Hecarim. No more slows available for blue team. We do have Janna over here with her disengages. That tornado is going to go ahead and stop any aggression that blue team had. Janna's going to go back in though, get her E off with the gap close, and get stunned by Vayne at the same time. However, another good ultimate from Janna does push out the rest of the team. We see Nunu from top lane actually coming down here too, and purple team's going to have to back out here. Zyra's not going to be able to do much to actually catch them because they're already on their retreat. And I'm curious to see if Dyrus saw Nunu down there. It looks like he didn't. Nobody saw Nunu bottom lane, except for if you saw him in the ward now. So let's see if Dyrus opts to push his lane because Nunu is bottom. Dyrus looks to be kind of scared to push his lane. I believe he thinks Nunu is heading back, so he doesn't want to have to be in this mid lane, this dangerous mid lane right here in his top lane. Dyrus, apparently on a lot of tournaments and stuff. I haven't seen him streaming or in a lot of the top elo games anymore. It's good to see him back though. He is a very high elo top player. We see Nunu trying to make moves on bottom here, for some reason tanking a lot of turret damage. Don't know why. But Dyrus should start pushing the top lane. I should have seen that coming. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go back up fast. We see Zyra trying to go aggressive here, just trying to farm up really, not really going aggressive. Wants to get as much farm as she can while Dan is not here. A lot of pings going off from mid lane though. Jarvan gets in there, gets the knockup very easily, as well as the slow from his shield. And Diana's easily able to pick up that final, those last hits there. Currently Diana 4-0 in this game. Going to be really hard to deal with late game. She has a lot of maneuverability with her ultimate, as well as a lot of CC with her E. So it is a good person to get fed, kind of like an Akali type character. However, she just can't jump as much, and there's some conditions for jumping. We see her jumping in here, doing a lot of damage to 1-1-1. However, that good Vayne stun down there does allow them to get away. Without that Vayne stun, almost would have 100% fallen down there. However, Diana opted to hop in there without landing her Q first, so she didn't have a reset on her ultimate. But she is doing a substantial amount of damage right now. Watch out for that. Looks like she's going for a Lich's Bane first. Take note of that, everybody. I've seen a lot of people have been building either Rod of Ages or Rylai's on her first. So, apparently the Lich's Bane or the early Sheen is doing very well down here. We see once again Corki and Janna going pretty aggressive. As well as a ping going off on Dyrus, and Grandma's Apple does get a slow off, which is probably the heaviest slow in the game. Past, oh my gosh, Chubet eased the wrong thing there, and is now so far behind. However, he uses his ultimate to get Dyrus out of the way. A good pop of Grandma's Apple to actually get that full damage off on his ultimate before Dyrus walks out of it. Dyrus is easily going to go down to pretty much the infinite slows in that lane. He's having a tough time. But late game Aurelia is always something to be feared, especially over late game Nunu. If we get late enough in the game, Dyrus should be able to come back here, but Jarvan's going to be happy enough farming this lane for him. Jarvan trying to go aggressive, however he doesn't have that many items. All he has is a lantern. And Grandma's Apple is actually doing a lot more damage than I think Yoshi thought he was going to be doing up here. And also getting off the heal as well. Looks like Yoshi might fall down. Yeah, another E will most likely take him down. And another auto attack, but he tries to use ultimate and flash away. A good move, definitely, but he probably should have tried to flash towards his turret and not towards the enemy's turret. We see, however, Diana's going to go ahead and pick up this kill on Grandma's Apple. One more ultimate will be up available in no time, or Q. Very good land there. Very hard to dodge that. Not much Nunu could do. And we'll see the power of roaming Diana, that mid lane. Diana very strong. A lot of people want to play her top, but it's always better to have a tanky top lane. Corki doing so much damage to the Soraka. All her armor getting shredded from that E from Corki. A good exhaust goes off from Jesus hit. However, a quick ultimate will force the disengage on bottom lane. And Dyrus going to kill. Diana going to go ahead and take that kill and head back now. Very good on her. He's going to have a lot of presence late game. Like I said, Dyrus is really going to be forced just to actually farm up here. He does have 2 kills now. However, that's really not going to be enough. The main problem for blue team, though, is going to be this Vayne. She is 91 farm. 2 Corki is almost 140. So she basically is 150 farm behind. We need to see Jarvan on... excuse me, not Jarvan. We need to see Hecarim on blue team getting a lot more ganks bottom lane. He's allowing his top lane Nunu to win against Dyrus, but really in the late game, it's going to be more of a problem with Corki than it is going to be in Aurelia. So I would like to see Schubert or Chubeth or whatever you want to call him heading bottom a lot more, or mid in that matter as well. We only have a level, I believe it's 9, a level 10 Zyra in mid lane against a level 12 Diana, and that's also going to be a problem. We see this Diana is going to go ahead and roam a lot more, as well as top lane. We do see some action going down. Let's hopefully not try to miss anything. Jarvan hops over the wall past the ward there, past no ward there actually. We see Dyrus actually going strong here. Also, Diana is going to try to get a gang up. Wow, I don't want to miss them both. Grandma's Apple is going to start channeling ultimate. Does get knocked up at the end there. He will surely go down. Let's go ahead and head bottom. We see Diana trying to get an ultimate off. She does get it off on Draven, or Vayne, whatever you want to call her. Does actually get feared away from the Vayne by Schubert. Very good by him. Grandma's Apple actually doesn't land a kill on Jarvan top lane. We see Vayne doing a lot of great kiting bottom lane to get away. Diana finally goes down to Schubert there. And there's actually a 1-for-none exchange for blue team in bottom lane. Very good by Schubert down here, trying to catch Jesus Kick. However, Jesus Kick is so fast. The power of Jesus Kicks are just too hard to catch. And now Ping's going down on Dragon for blue team. Let's see how Jarvan died top lane, yeah? You see they're trying to dive here. Dragon does get in there, gets that such a heavy slow by Nunu. And as well as Jarvan not moving anymore could probably contribute to that. So, overall, very good gank for top lane. Very good reaction by Nunu. And we'll see. Oh my god, so many pings. And we'll see if this time Schubert actually catches. No, doesn't catch Janna that time, believe it or not. And we'll see if blue team gets a free dragon here, and see if Dyrus decides to push his lane hard enough to get this turret and end this losing lane for him. Hecarim, not the best jungler at dragon. You see they are getting it pretty slow even with his Vayne over here. And Vayne's actually tanking it, which I don't agree with, but very good. You see Hecarim actually pulled the dragon over, or Vayne pulled the dragon over here before she went inside the dragon. She pulled it away because if it's in its little spawn right here where it doesn't move, you can actually smite it on blue side. So if like the jungler, for some reason, Jarvan was on that other side in their base just waiting to smite it from the other side, you can definitely go ahead and just smite it right there. And that's why you always want to pull it out. That's why you always want to pull out a dragon. You always want to pull out, obviously, in every endeavor in your life. Just always pull out, guys. If you learn nothing from this cast, just learn to pull out. And we see Zyra really being powerless in this mid lane right now. She is trying to just rush a hat, which isn't the worst way to go. But, to be honest, maybe she's just building some magic resist or some sort of defense, because besides, good Q by Dana. Besides blowing up in teamfight, she's really not going to be able to do much. You see, once again, so much tension going up in this top lane. You're doing a great job of actually slowing Dyrus' farm and really out-sustaining him altogether. I didn't know that Nunu is a possible counter for Aurelia, but now we know, right? Dyrus gets off a nice stun there, but it's not going to be enough to thwart Nunu. If worse comes to worse in this top lane against Aurelia, you can really out-sustain her, and just when she doesn't have mana, you just have your free mana for Nunu. So I never really thought about that. We see Corki and Janna finally take that bottom lane for Purple Team. That's a long time coming. And once again, we do see another gank against Dyrus. A good Q from the minion will actually let him not get away, because they do actually use that Hecarim ultimate. A good stop on the Hecarim, excuse me, a good stop on the Nunu ultimate from Dyrus, but it's just not enough. He's just, he's not tanky enough to get out of there, as well as just the lockdown from Blue Team is too heavy. It was a valiant effort, and really there was nothing more he could do unless he had Flash. But besides that, he did all he could. I'm sure Flash just came up for him, so 0-second cooldown. Wow. We're going to see Purple Team bottom lane going to start roaming now, and that's definitely going to help against this Schubert. Here's going to go down relatively easy. The knockup will perhaps stop them, but that last missile from Corki actually does net the kill there. I believe I bet on Purple Team, right? No, I bet on Blue Team. Purple Team is most likely going to start taking the lead now, because team fights are starting to break out now, and because Corki's so far ahead and Janna has such great disengages, great. Let's go back and see the dunk real fast, guys. Sorry about that. Shh. Minding her own business, chilling out, big titties, just hanging out at the turret. Jervin says, "What's up?" Slam fucking dunk in your face. Okay. So that's what we missed. But yeah, once we start getting to team fights, as long as Blue Team just doesn't keep getting picked off one by one like they are right now. Corki's going to be relatively safe with his own disengage, as well as Janna's ultimate and Q. And it's going to be really hard for them to get to him, because let's be honest, Hecarim only has one consistent way of getting to him, which is ultimate. And from there, Corki can really just either Valkyrie out of there, and if anybody else tries to chase him, whether that be, I guess, like Zyra or Nunu or something like that, they have just like Janna ultimate, Janna Q, gonna be very safe, as well as even Diana E will help him get those disengages off. Diana catching out Soraka here, however, the rest of the team for Blue Team does actually show up, and exhaust going off on her to thwart most of her damage. Top lane does go down throughout this whole thing, however, Vayne finally gets a kill again, now up to actually her first kill in the whole game. It will help her enough, but it's not going to even out the goal between her and Corki at all. We see Dyrus actually catching out Soraka up here, doing a lot of true damage, as well as Schubert trying to get an ultimate off to fear her away. That Ignite will actually finish off the Soraka, however. Corki, as well as trying to catch up to this Vayne. One more auto attack will finish her off. Very good control by this Corki, however, Schubert will not be able to finish him off. Dyrus getting caught on the turret against Blue Team. A great Nunu ultimate slows Dyrus just enough to get that last turret on. And Jesus Kick tries to use his ultimate to get away, but will Schubert use his E to try to catch up? Looks like he won't. And that was actually a 4v5 for Purple Team. Jarvan was in the base the whole time, buying or doing whatever Jarvan does. Ping's going off for Baron right now, however, not the smartest move. Really no deeps up for Blue Team. We see Jarvan getting pinged by his own team to get back. Well, Nunu's just chilling in that bush right there, but really nothing's going to come of that. And we saw Corki, that whole team fight was relatively untouched because of both Janna's tornadoes as well as his own Valkyrie that let him escape, and a flash too, to be honest, but that's just what he's got. Let's see, currently we have Vayne with 5,940 gold to Corki's 8,000. So Corki's well over a full BF sword ahead of Vayne right now. You see Blue Team, looks like they're trying to group up now, which is always a smart. However, this ward will be seeing most of them right here. So, not the most ideal. Jarvan, playing a little aggressive, taking out that Baron ward with his own pink, will always give Blue Team the anxiety that they might be trying to take Baron. And that will definitely force people out of bottom lane like Vayne, as well as force Blue Team to perhaps face check Baron and get caught out. And looking at the score, it is actually relatively close. We see Diana once again going aggressive on Zyra over here. Does a lot of damage, however, doesn't finish the kill. Does have that ult reset though. Really a great disengage, but Dyrus is going to get caught out over here by Nunu. He does get that slow off, but his passive allowing him to get away relatively easy there. Nunu pops his ultimate, will possibly get a full channel ultimate off. Does so much damage to Corki, as well as the rest of the team, could actually turn this team fight into their favor. Bane is going untouched right now, but finally gets jumped on by that Diana. Diana actually gets caught out at the end there. Corki not being able to disengage because Jarvan is not there to actually help him as well. Jarvan finally does jump in though, but Corki goes down. 2 Vane's last auto attack. Jesus Kick is the last one alive, as he should be. Blue team, perfect focus there, as well as a great unit ult to actually switch that team fight into their favor. Janna will easily go down, and we see numerous pings going down on Barret. This game being switched into the favor of blue team out of nowhere, just from a great unit ult like that and terrible positioning by purple team. You don't want to fight in jungle when there's a Nunu, or really anybody with that great AoE ultimate like Zyra or something like that. Nunu's going to be taking this this Baron for his team. Really not taking much damage at all. Let's go ahead and switch out of gold and back to kills and deaths. There we go. We see Nunu actually is going pretty much pure tank. Doesn't really have any damage items. Definitely assisted him in that last fight. I'm sure a lot of people were trying to auto attack him as he was channeling that ultimate, but no hard CC being wasted on him, so he was able to do so much damage to that Corki, who really has no magic resist. And now we see tables being turned into the hands of blue team. That also has something to do a little bit with Vayne being a harder late game carry than Corki is. But we'll see. It's really going to end up being a positioning war, like I said earlier. And if Zyra is so strong right now that even really with no items, she's probably doing as much damage as probably Dyrus overall, to be honest, with all her AoE as well as those plants, as well as her ultimate hitting up everybody. Yo, this is Zyra's ultimate. Anyway. But anyway, yeah, Zyra's just in a really strong state right now. I feel like a lot of her moves should do a lot less damage. She did rush a hat, obviously, and that will definitely push her into, throw her, really, into a fighting state that she wants to be in because she's so far behind. And as long as she stays safe, that's going to be viable. We see Dyrus almost getting caught out here. Red buff on Vayne, helping her catch up to Dyrus a little bit, but will not actually engage. Diana, having so much AP, can actually clear a wave basically with 1 Q. And that will definitely help them hold this turret a little bit. Diana actually lands a very good E right there through the wall. Props for that. But really it's going to throw no engage because blue team's going to try to play as safe as possible. They don't want to fight while blue team has Baron. They are relatively strong, obviously, purple team. However, Baron just really boosts you so far in the head that it's hard to get out. We see a Zyra ultimate going out, knocks up one person, which is Dyrus. Dyrus almost getting cut out. A good Jarvan ultimate catches most of the blue team on the turret. We see Grana's Apple almost getting a full channel ultimate off again. Does do a lot of damage to the team, but really doesn't finish them off. Dyrus finally goes down to that Vayne, actually, and Corki is safe with Jarvan in the fight. However, really it's just not enough. You see he was low health, he wasn't able to do much. And blue team's going to happily take this turret and increase their gold lead. Or actually take the gold lead finally from purple team. Purple team being so far ahead, most of the team fight is now, most of the game is now going to go ahead and put on the back burner by this team. Jarvan really falling off a lot harder than I thought he was going to be in this game. He's more of an early game presence than he is a late game, especially compared to Hecarim, who we're actually seeing a lot more in raid teams now, especially high elo. He does have he was recently buffed, in case you guys didn't know. His E now automatically gives him 25% movement speed in the beginning, and then, of course, gradually increases over time. So he's kind of like Rammus in that sense, but Rammus, of course, fell out of Flavor of the Month a long time ago. Hecarim might be the new one, guys, so watch out. Spieler actually built a Triforce into a Hex Drinker. He probably started off with these gold per 5s, obviously. Yeah, he got this Firestone pretty early in the game. Already has 600 gold off that. Doing very good. Very good play by this Hecarim, excuse me. Has a great engage ultimate. Close to Malphite's, but obviously not as potent. But he does have a lot of AoE damage and utility besides the fact, so watch out for a lot of Hecarims in your ranked games, whatever elo you're at, because I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot more of them. Go ahead and fast forward here a little bit. Really nothing going to come. They're going to try to catch out Dyrus up here. He does get stunned against the wall. Soraka on the other side of the wall, not be able to do much. We see Draven on the other side of him trying to get this advantage up here and slow him down, but too many people top lane do end up killing Dyrus. It's not going to be enough. Fast forward again here while blue team starts to push the middle lane. We see Corki trying to push bottom as well. However, by himself it's really not going to be good enough. He's going to go ahead and opt to back instead and help his team defend this middle turret, right? Yeah. However, blue team is just so scary right now with how fed this Vayne get, as well as with Nunu buff on Vayne. It's always a scary thing to have against you. You see Jarvan is almost getting caught out in the jungle over here, but blue team's not worried much about Jarvan as long as they can get that inhibitor and increase their gold lead and try to get as many turrets as possible. Once again, we're going to see a very tense moment over here. Actually, Shirelli is going out from Soraka. Looks like blue team is going to retreat urgently to try to catch out this Jarvan, who has just been running around his jungle the whole time. This last auto attack will finish him off by this Vayne here. Very good carrying by this Vayne, turning into a loss early game into a big win late game, which is normally what Vaynes do. That Nunu buff does help a lot. You'll see that normally Vaynes go for Phantom Dancer first, but she actually went for a Bloodthirster first, knowing that Nunu buff would be available to her. Once Vayne gets like an IE, she's going to be basically unstoppable as long as she can position herself correctly. Corki is always a factor though. I mean, unless he gets caught out by Zyra all the time, he's going to still be able to do a lot of damage and has great positioning potential, like I said earlier. So I don't think this game is really too far out of Purple Team's hands. We see Schubert getting caught out here by Dyrus. A good stun goes off. I think Schubert just realized right then that he was actually caught out. If Baron was up by now, that'd be a perfect time for Purple Team to come back. However, just that singular kill will be enough to actually give them a little bit of confidence. We see Dyrus heading top lane, might catch out I win one up here. Does Q to a minion to get that gap close, as well as finally gets his stun off. Wants to get a phage proc off, however, will not be able to. We see Vayne actually comes up here to save the day on the Soraka. That speed boost from Vayne's ultimate will be enough to get to the kill. And Dyrus goes down again. Dyrus now netting a score of 6-9 and 3. Not doing terrible, but could definitely be doing a lot better. If he would have got that phage proc, he may have been able to catch Soraka. That's really hearsay. Vayne does do a lot of damage right now. And we'll see that Vayne is actually opting to get that Infinity Edge, either Infinity Edge or go for Armor Pen. But not a lot of armor on this team against Vayne, so most likely the Infinity Edge. We see pings going down from blue team on Baron. It must be up soon, and that's really going to be most likely either the final fight of the battle that will just push blue team so far ahead, or purple team could potentially steal this and come back a little bit. So this is definitely going to be a tense battle once it's happened. We see purple team is gearing up for everybody going back. Everybody getting ready. Diana putting down a lot of plants right here to DPS this down as fast as possible. Vayne doing so much damage. Already down to half health. Already down to a quarter health. Really not going to be able to stop this unless Janna pulls out something crazy out of her ass. And now really, blue team is going to have a lot of engaging power, and really purple team is just going to be very scared to do anything to blue team right now. Unless we catch out Vayne. What's going to have to happen for purple team to win a team? What the fuck, Corki? Oh, good job, Corki. Never mind. What the fuck, Zyra? Come on. Let's see what happened here. Corki minding his own business behind the walls. Zyra's like, I want a farm. Corki says, oh, a flash out from Zyra. Does not. Oh, a flash behind her from Corki. Doesn't want to get snared there and get juked. Ever blue team's going to be pushing top the whole while. Pickouts like that will actually push purple team back in the lead. However, what I was going to say, for team fights, Vayne needs to be got out automatically, and Nunu ult needs to be stopped automatically as well. And that's what's going to have to happen for them to actually win it. I believe Diana should actually save her E for Nunu ultimates like this. Nunu getting off another full channel does so much damage to that Janna. Janna still does have ultimate. No, Janna actually used ultimate, but we see finally Chuber going down to Jarvan as well as Dyrus over here. Vayne is still alive. We're really going to focus her last, but however, Diana does so much damage to her. Oh my gosh, a turnaround fight. Dyrus' Guardian Angel gets popped, but that's okay. I'll trade Guardian Angel for a win any day. I win's getting caught out here by Jarvan as well as the rest of the team, and that's going to end up being an ace for purple team. They're pinging Dragon. They really don't have any, Vayne gets that last whisper like I was saying. Not that Infinity Edge, excuse me. But, really not any minions pushing for purple team right now, so they can't take that one team fight and push to their inhibitors and take the and try to go for it all. However, that will go ahead and extend the game even more. We've seen Athene's Unholy Grail going down on Nunu, trading that early what the fuck is that build item called? I don't remember. Somebody remind me in the comments, but trading that early item of mana or magic resistance into late game more AP. We see Nunu actually picked up an Abyssal Scepter as well, and his ultimate will be hitting even harder. Let's see how much damage that ultimate does with a full channel. If they don't stop Nunu, he's going to be doing 1500 damage before mitigation, which is a lot of fucking damage, no matter what you ask. Even if it's mitigated, he's probably going to be doing still around 800, and to someone like Corki, who only has like 2,000 health, 800 is almost half of his HP. And if it does full 1500, how much magic does this Corki have? Really none. If it does like the full 1500 or 1400 granted, it's going to be doing like 3/4 of his health. So those full Nunu ults are really going to be helping a lot in team fights unless they're stopped by Janna, or Dyra, or why can't I think of it? Diana, excuse me. I just mixed between Dyrus and Diana at the same time. Purple team gonna be in an awkward spot right now because they just won the last team fight, but it was because it was a 4v5 without Zyra. Perhaps if they are able to catch out Zyra again, or just focus down Vayne accordingly, they will be able to win another team fight, but so they're still scared to fight. Shirley is going off for blue team. They just want to take this inhibitor as fast as possible. Corki's going to opt to back, get some mana back from the fountain. We see purple team just getting caught out here really easily. Diana going down so fast to that Vayne. Gets procced. Grabs Apple, almost getting a full channel ultimate off again. Dyrus trying to get Vayne. And just, I don't know, what the fuck are we doing over here? That's going to push blue team to just finish the game off right now. Diana should not have been behind blue team. And because of that terrible, terrible positioning, and trying to engage a 5v3 at the end there, it'll most likely be switching to the favor. However, Vayne just takes out Jarvan so fast, pushing him against his own wall right there. Perfect counter to Jarvan. Vayne almost netting the kill on Corki. We see Corki actually takes out Schubert, trying to kite between his base. Does pop his Guardian Angel, however, will not actually kill him, considering he does have that Guardian Angel. He's going to try to heal as much as possible. However, Vayne gets a perfect crit off there at the end to kill him. Would almost be able to save his base there. However, it just wasn't enough. Blue team's going to go ahead and happily take this win right now. I believe I bet on blue team, so currently the betting is 2-0 in my favor, guys. What can I say? It's just know who's going to win, I guess. Really, the determining factor of those team fights was that Nunu ultimate. Like a while ago, but that crazy Nunu ultimate really turned it into blue team's favor, as well as Zyra just being fucking broken. But yeah, definitely an epic cast. Did not see blue team pulling it out there. Very good control by Vayne. And everyone, remember that name, everybody. Remember... No. But I believe it's only SR Draven. So remember... Oh, there it is. Only SR Draven, yep. So remember that name. You'll probably be seeing him a lot more in high elo. And thank you guys all for watching and tuning into the Leadcast. This is Beatcon. And you guys have a great rest of your day, or weekend, or whatever it is. Peace.
Alias, drop the bass.